Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shit. I hope you all are doing well. I am doing amazing. I am doing much better until I saw this. Okay. I've never been so exhausted. When I tell y'all, when this election is over, I will celebrate. This election has just at this point made me lose all faith in humanity. You know, it's giving very much slow. It's giving very much, do you never learn? It's giving very much, is this a joke at this point? So if you all have been under a rock, I'm sure that by now you have seen Obama and Kamala are under fire for their recent remarks about Black men and why they don't want to vote for Kamala. And I'm going to show you the clip. It's a little 5-minute clip, but every minute of this clip made me exhausted to watch. It never ends. I have never seen a situation where the very same people who are being disadvantaged are the same people being blamed for their disadvantage. Okay. This has to be one of the most insulting moves that they could have done for us right now. I'm not going to say too much more because I'm just going to get straight into it because there's not much to say. This clip is going to pretty much speak for itself. All right. So I'm going to pull this up in a second. Before I do that, I have a Patreon. It is for women only. Ladies, tap in with me. How are y'all liking today's look? Okay. What's it giving, sis? If you like today's look, if you like the makeup, the hair, I get ready for my content live in my Patreon. We have great girl talk while I do that. We have movie nights. We have a Discord group chat. We have get-togethers. It's a great group of women and your support for your journey and your womanhood and in your femininity. You know, so if you aren't tired of being mean and ugly, come to death row. I also have a second separate Patreon. That's for everyone. It's for the fellas. It's for the ladies. And it's a weekly live show that I do. And I talk about a bunch of different varieties of topics. I talk about relationships. I talk about family. We react to some online content. So it's a really good time. I will have the links to both of those content groups in the description box so that you all can come tap in with me. Now, without further ado, let's get into this clip where Obama decided that he was going to, I don't know, it was like a father yelling at his children. Oh my God, so gross. I'm going to pull this up and let's take a look at what he had to say. Get ready, y'all. Cringe level 1000.
Speak some truths, if you don't mind. Yes. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
Oh God, here we go.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you.
Now, real quick, because I have to make a note of this. It is insane. This is the United States of America. And it is absolutely insane to me that we are being forced, what does he mean by y'all are hesitating picking the obvious choice? Sir, obvious to who? This weird cult-like Kamala thing where if you're not voting for her, it's like there's clearly only one choice that makes sense. I don't like that. Okay. The whole point of a democracy is choices, options. And now this election has turned into this thing where if you be like, who would you vote for? I'm voting for Trump 2024. Oh, how could you? That is weird. There is a reason why there are multiple candidates so that you can pick the one best for you. I'm tired of this rhetoric of, obviously, the only obvious choice. Get out of here. There are some people who still think for themselves and base who they're going to vote for off of more than who is the big bad wolf and who's mean. There are people who base their decisions off of more than that. So this whole weird rhetoric of Donald Trump so bad, Donald Trump so mean, y'all, it's only one obvious choice, is getting on my nerves, and it's defeating the whole purpose. And then you're demonized if you're not pro Kamala. Get out of here. It's so gross.
Went to college with you. Understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. Who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities, from housing to making sure that our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act. So everybody's got help.
So you mean to tell me that a part of the demonizing of people who choose not to vote for Kamala is that they should vote for her because we need to lower the cost of food and things that you need to take care of yourself and your family and your old sick parents? The gaslighting here is next level. So what you're saying is that we need to get Kamala in office. Everything with the Dems, my problem with them is everything is emotion based. Everything is I feel. Everything is I had a friend in college who got art and I have a sick mother who needs, everything is about that. Listen, baby, not everybody is emotion based like that, baby. We don't care about any of that. I'll be honest with you, with the price of how things are right now, honey, there is nothing that could be done to make us care about you, your homegirl. We don't care about what happened to her in college. We don't care about what happened to her last week. I promise you, we do not care. But the mental illness and gaslighting here is that we need to vote this person into office to lower the cost of things that were raised while she was in office. So you want us to vote for Kamala to fix everything that was done while she was in office. So if I'm understanding correctly, we're supposed to vote for Kamala strictly on a trust me, bro type vibe. We've seen what she's done for the last 4 years while she's been here now. We see it. And now y'all like, we know that your rights have been violated more than they ever have in your lifetime. Raise your hand if your rights have been violated worse than they ever have while Kamala and Biden were in office. Okay? Never in my life have I been told I can't go to a funeral. I can't go to a hospital to see a birth. You had women during C-19 that were giving birth, and the father, the mother, the in-laws, the siblings were told, that they couldn't go into the hospital to see their own flesh and blood. You have people, while you're doing this whole thing about, oh, you know, your mom and your dad is so sick. During the Biden-Harris administration, you had them saying that you could not go to your granny's funeral. Your granny's body was cold and dead. And they told you you could not go to bury your own family members. Never in my life have I been told I have to wear a mask. These people told you where you could not go, what you could not wear. Never have my rights been violated like they have under Biden-Harris. And you're going to sit here and in the same term, in the same presidency where our rights were violated to the highest degree, and the basic cost of living is the most unaffordable I've ever seen it in my lifetime. Once again, you're now like, trust me, bro, vote for her again, and we swear it will get better. The mess that was caused by them, you're now saying that we need to vote for them again to clean up the mess they caused. This is the gaslighting that is irritating me. This is the gaslighting that's upsetting me and my homegirls. So we're going to continue, but I'm just so taken aback by them subconsciously admitting that the country has gone to shit. And in the same breath saying, trust me, bro, let's use this same tactic again to get us back to where we need to be. Wow, my God, today. My God, today. All right, let's continue. Can we get to the point? Because this is killing me.
And cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting out? But, you know, because of Pookie might be.
Wait a minute.
And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses.
Wait a minute. Did I miss that the first time that I was watching? Did this man say your cousin Pookie? I must be, wait a minute. There is absolutely no way that I just heard what I just heard. There is absolutely no way. I gotta rewind it. I know he didn't say that.
But, you know.
Wait. Maybe I didn't.
And you're thinking about sitting out? But, you know, because of Pookie might be.
He did say that.
And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses.
I apologize, y'all. My flabbers are truly gasted. I did listen to this, but I don't know if I got distracted for a second. I did not hear him say, your cousin Pookie might. I swear to y'all, I did not hear that part. Wow. Every time I think this can't get no worse, it do. You're joking. Wow. I'm actually intrigued. Like, oh my God, this is so insulting. Like, I'm almost like intrigued about this. Like, wow. So did this man say your cousin Pookie? Y'all, I need a minute. I need a minute. I'm just going to let this finish. Because I've
got a problem with that. Because part of it makes me think, I'm speaking to men directly, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And I think...
Quick, in the comments, quick. I want you all, maybe it's me, okay? Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm uninformed. Can you all in the comments name me a time in history where Black men in the majority oppressed their women? It could be me. Though I am educated, though I am into history, specifically Black history and Black American history, maybe I missed something. So maybe you all can help me. Can we name a time? It don't got to be recently. Anytime. It could be AD for all I care. It could be BC for all I care. Please name a time where the consistent culture and energy between Black men and women has been the Black man oppressing a Black woman. Because the last time I checked, Black men are consistently making music like, you go girl, do your thing, you independent, I love to see you killing it. Okay, when you look at any type of Black art and history that involves the Black man and woman together, we are always side by side. Our women, we're never put behind the man. We're never put under the man. We've always been right next to him. And now you're spreading this false narrative, the same way y'all spread so many false narratives, that, oh, Black men just don't want to see a Black woman win. What is that based on? What consistent history? What do you have to base that off of? Where did you get that from? Who said that? Now, me personally, I was raised Jehovah's Witness. Okay, I was raised a little bit different. In Jehovah's Witness organization, I have not been in an organization since I was maybe 19. But when I was there, 'cause I know things change, there was no such thing as women getting up in front of the men and teaching the men and getting up there and leading a congregation. Like, I grew up always seeing the men take the lead. It never bothered me. It still doesn't bother me. I'm not sensitive to it. You know, so there are some people, maybe for religious reasons, they may not believe in women in certain levels of leadership positions. That's the only thing that I've ever experienced of men, you know, holding a woman back, even though, why would you want those leadership positions, honey? They're very ghetto. Okay, I'm not going to hold you. It's very stressful. So even if someone says, I don't believe in women having certain leadership, it could be a religious reason. It could be many reasons. For you to immediately reduce this down to, oh, Black men just don't want to see a sister win is wrong on so many levels, number one. And then number two, this is not even a Black woman. So using the narrative of, oh, you don't want to see a sister, you don't want to see a woman, Black men, I'm tired of the baseless accusations. Now, if they could have came forward and showed us some type of proof of times that Black men oppressed women and didn't want to see them do great, maybe. But it's super odd that they're able to make these outlandish claims based on nothing. And it's so gross with Barack being the first Black president and people telling him that, oh, Black people are only going to vote for you because you're Black. And to see him now turn around and use that same like guilt trip of, oh, well, they only don't want to vote for her because she's a woman. Like, stop. Oh, she had to work twice as hard. It's so funny how Black disadvantages have never been publicly acknowledged until now. Before Kamala, we were all gaslit that no one's holding us back. You're holding yourself back. Black on Black crime is what holds you all back. You're killing each other. That's your real problem you need to worry about. That's what we were told this whole time. We have never been validated by those people about Black disadvantage and systematic white supremacy and racism and how it affects us. We've been gaslit this whole time and told it's not that way. And we tripping and no one's holding you back. No one's doing this. This is what we've been told this whole time, just to turn around now. When you got Kamala that you want in office to sit and say, oh, it's because she's a woman. Now all of a sudden, disadvantages are validated and acknowledged. What a slap in the face. The way that these people will throw Black people under the bus to save non-Black people and push their own agendas needs to be studied. Okay, let's finish this. We got to move on. It gets worse than this, by the way, y'all. Wait until you see the resolve for this. It's going to be a doozy.
Anybody you are talking to in a barbershop, anybody you are talking to in your house, in your family, at church, who is coming with that kind of attitude, I think you have to ask them, well, how can that be? Because the women in our lives have been getting our backs this entire time. They've been raising us and working and having our backs. And when we get in trouble and the system's not working for us, they're the ones who are out there marching and protesting. And so now you're thinking about sitting out.
Can you put in the comments? Can you put in the comments if y'all have ever in your life seen Kamala do for Black men? Can you, did I miss something? Can someone put in the comments anything that Kamala has done to ride for and support Black men? Maybe once again, maybe I'm missing it. Kamala used Black men to boost her self-esteem and pedestalize herself in college. The most that she's done for Black men is a few blowjobs, and that only benefited them at that time. The minute that she was able to social climb high enough to get a white man, she switched sides so quick. She stepped on Black men's backs like, woo, thank y'all, woo, I am finally raised up and legitimized high enough to get a white man. And she was on to giving the BJs to a saltine. We've only seen Kamala be anti-man. So to do this whole thing of, oh, they're the ones who are protesting for you. Oh, they're the ones there for you. How does any of that apply to Kamala? She's never given us any Black children. She's not married to a Black man. She's never done anything for a Black man. Only thing she's done for Black men is put them in jail. And the gaslighting is like, oh my God, they bandaged our wounds and saved our lives. Not her. How? Did she birth a Black man I didn't know about? I'm trying to stopping it, but every time he says something, it got me fed up. I'll be ready to say something. But I'm gonna let it finish now for real this time.
Or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you.
I'm gonna let it finish.
Because you think that's a sign of strength? Because that's what being a man is? Putting women down? That's not acceptable. That's not, this shouldn't even be a question.
So when a client comes to us with an ask to launch an influencer marketing campaign, the process is...
Can we not? Okay, so there's so many things. Basically, long story short, we don't care. We don't care about any of that. This backfired bad, though. What I tell y'all, if anyone had hope that Kamala was going to make it as the presidency, I can guarantee y'all, I don't know if they thought. My question is, what was y'all thought process? Did y'all think, okay, what we'll do is we will be super condescending and we will sit here and scold and gaslight Black men, and that, my friend, is going to get them to show up and vote for us. Like who? Y'all need Olivia Pope, because who suggested that would work? So it backfired. So now you would think that the Harris campaign would say, you know what? Let's take a step back. Let's really think about this. You know, let's regroup. Let's figure out a new plan. Okay, we thought that is what they would do. Maybe Harris would say, you know what? We've blown it. Okay, let's just go focus on another way that we can win this. But that's not all that happened. That's not at all what went down. Instead, Kamala then comes forward. Oh God, I can't even say this. Ooh, I just started itching. Like my scalp just started itching. I think I'm about to, oh, this is so gross to where it's just, I'm starting to, So let me pull this up. Okay, so my God, today, Jesus wept. Jesus wept. So the response to this was to come up with a bill I'm going to go over what is included in this bill, y'all. But please just give me a second because the level of cringe here is a little hard for me. Let me make this bigger so you all can see. I'm not going to go into every detail of the plan. I'm just going to give you all a light, whoop-de-whoop on her plan to try to get the Black male vote back for the next, few weeks. Kamala Harris has revealed a plan to give Black men more economic opportunities as anxiety mounts among her supporters that some in the Black community are less enthused by the Democratic presidential ticket than in recent elections and may sit this one out or support Donald Trump. The vice president's plan includes, now this is not a joke, y'all. All right? This is not a joke. This is dead ass. The vice president's plan includes forgivable business loans for Black entrepreneurs. Creating more apprenticeships. And this is the real kicker here. And studying sickle cell and other diseases that disproportionately affect African American men. It also includes ensuring that Black men have more access to shaping a national cannabis industry and to invest in cryptocurrency. Kamala. My dear, it's too late to apologize. Now, I forgot. Our reaction to this is supposed to be, ooh, Kamala, thank you so much, Master. Ooh, you gonna give this to us? So let me translate this plan she has. Translation, we'll give Black men more opportunities to have to kiss ass and beg for seats at our tables. Like that was your solution to the gaslighting and being condescending was, I'll give you more chances to vie for apprenticeships and business loans. I will give you all more opportunities to have to sell yourself up the river for a seat at our table. Huh? Get to the polls. I know. You're welcome. Helping Black men invest in cryptocurrency is diabolical. It's diabolical, sweetie. So, what we feel is you can take that, you can shove it where the sun don't shine. I know that the pro camels are going to be like, it's better than nothing. Well, she's damned if she do, damned if she don't. That is totally fine. A lot of people say Trump is this, Trump is that. One thing about Trump is you can call him what you want. And whatever you call him, we know. We know exactly who he is. We know what he stands for. We know his morality. We know his policies. We know. And what she's about to learn about people is 10 times out of 10. People who have a brain will always stick with the monster they know. Think about you, Kamala. We don't know your race. We don't know where you stand on anything. We don't know anything about you. We don't know. They're just trying to make Donald Trump seem like the big bad wolf. So it's like anything is better than him and usher you in. All right. We're not going for it. I was beginning to realize she's not going to win this election anyway, but that solidified it. And yeah, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. Okay. This election, I want it to be over so I can believe in humanity again, because this isn't going to work out for me. Y'all, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all on the next one.